Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Convince me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hi, happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Listen, y'all know this is going to be a long week for me because y'all know I get out next week is spring break. So, you know, I'm waiting for Friday. I'm waiting for Friday more than I normally would be waiting for Friday. Baby, all day long today. I thought today was Wednesday. I said, damn, it's not Wednesday. Are you sure it's not Wednesday? One of my coworkers kept thinking today was the 25th. I said, no, today is the 24th. They said, are you sure? I said, I'm sure. They said, well, you think it's Wednesday and I think it's the 25th. I said, well, we think it's the same day. Tomorrow's the 20th. Oh, Lord, they're going, oh. Markel talking about something, I have arrived. Y'all come on in here. Hey, Markel, I ain't had time to download that clip, but I'll definitely tell the people to come over there and check y'all out. But yes, we don't have to do a real commercial. I just got to remember to upload that clip so I can play it. Y'all come on in here. Y'all come on in. We have not had a tribe meeting in a minute, like a regular tribe meeting since sometime last week. I realized, I said, dang, I didn't go. We did the Price is Right live on Thursday, I think. I don't even remember. But I know I didn't do one over the weekend, and I know I didn't do it yesterday. So let's get into it. Let me say hi to the people first, and then we're going to go ahead. Hey, Katrina. What's going on, Chuck? Katrina said she was number one. You were. Hey, Chuck. Amber. Quake. What's up, boo? Hey, Benji. Hey, CC. Miss Rel. What's up? Miss Cookie. Lock Queen. Now, here go this bitch. Sorry, stop.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Sorry, stop. Surrey, stop. Why she ain't stopping? Is she Surrey or Alexa? Which one of you? Shit, stop. Damn it. I don't know how to respond to that because nobody asked you. Nobody called for you. Anyway, child, let me finish. Miss Jocelyn, Halfpin, what's up, KDK? Auntie Eva. Brandon, hey, Amber, what's going on? Lovely Nola. Queen Tracy, hey, boo. Queen Black, yes, all the queens. Hey, Cross Country Cruiser. Y'all don't let me forget. I'm finished saying hi, but don't let me forget Cross Country Cruiser. Lady Leather Neck, okay. Sharice, what's going on? Southern Belle, Ronnie, hey. You received your package? Yes, I hope you liked it. I hope you liked your package. Cheryl, what's going on? Shantia, Ravine, what's up, boo? Hey, Candy Love. Miss Cruiser, hey, boo. Nitwit, hey, girl. Brooklyn, what's going on? Montrez, yes. Super K. Not which one of you, child, because I don't be calling for either one of them. Sorry, okay, well, I was calling the right name. Why she wasn't answering to her name? What's up, Don? Hey, Sharice, Nisa, what's up? Anybody that I didn't speak to, charge it to my head, not my heart, y'all. Hey, Papo. Hey, boo. So let's get into these things, honey. Let's get into these things, child. So we'll make the church announcements a little bit later on. I don't want to wait too long, but we want to wait for a few more people to get in here before we make the church announcements. Yes, the executive board. Listen, everybody lit up in green. You are a part of the executive board for you are a part of the tribe executive board. Y'all know y'all have a special seat. Y'all going over there to the VIP area. Okay. Y'all go over there to that VIP area. All right. All right. How long? I just started, Nisa. Baby, I just started. I'm still saying hi to everybody. I just got started, boo. You ain't missed nothing. Hey, C. Jones. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. I don't know these people. Listen, because I don't even have it set up on my phone. I don't have SIRI. I don't even want to call her name again. Set up on my phone. So that's why I don't know which one it is, because child. Hey, Iron Diva, what's up? What's up? What's up? So where do we want to start? We'll do the church announcements when we have to close them doors. Actually, I'll do one church announcement and then we're gonna get started. The Easter dinner. I hate to keep saying basket because I don't want y'all to think it's gonna be an actual like Easter basket. It's dinner. Don't forget, Friday is the last day where I will be taking names. If you want to donate to the Lord, I was going to say Christmas basket. That's the link to fill out. If you know somebody, it could be you, somebody in your family, a neighbor, a coworker that you think could benefit from a Easter basket dinner. Please fill out that link. Again, it could be you. I don't tell nobody's business. If you need it, if your family needs it, we know that times are hard right now. There's a partial government shutdown. Gas prices are going up. People are losing their jobs. Things are happening. So if a free bag of groceries that probably be enough for 1 to 1.5, maybe 2 dinners, depending on your family size, will benefit you, by all means, please fill out that link. Friday midnight is the last day that I will be taking names. If on the other side you are blessed and you are in a position to donate a dinner, you can Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, $40. That is what we're averaging. Each dinner would be about $40 by the time we add taxes and all that good stuff. We'll be ordering them through Instagram. And like I said, I will be ordering the dinners first come, first serve for the amount of donations we have. Now, we did have a subscriber that was generous enough to say he was going to donate for 10 dinners. So shout out to Kenneth. He said it publicly, so I don't think he'll mind me repeating it. So shout out to Kenneth, but we do have more than 10 people who have filled out the form. So if you would like to donate, again, you can Cash App it. Yes. I didn't say Instacart. What did I say? I didn't say Instacart. Yeah, that's what we're going to be ordering the dinners through Instacart. If I didn't say Instacart or I said something else, I'm sorry. I meant Instacart. If you want to Zelle or PayPal me, you can send it to this email. That is my other email, reneeinc@gmail.com. Oh, I said Instagram, child. I meant Instacart, Lord. Jesus. I meant Instacart. Instagram don't be delivering. I meant Instacart, y'all. Y'all know I ain't mean no Instagram. Y'all know I ain't mean no Instagram. But thank you. No, thank you. Because I didn't realize I said that. So thank you. Yes, Instacart is where we'll be delivering them. With that being said, we gonna get that church announcement going and put that out. Like I said, Friday is the last day that I'll be taking names, and I will start ordering the dinners on Sunday, so that all the dinners will be out and delivered no later than Saturday morning. I want to have them all delivered between Thursday and Saturday, but I want the last of the orders to go out Saturday morning. Okay. All right. So there we go with that. All right. Let's get into some of these stories and we'll do the rest of the church announcements, child. Okay. Where do we want to start, honey? We ain't been here so long, honey. I don't know where to start with y'all. So, child, I don't even know where to start. There's so much going on. I'll go ahead and get out the latest Uncle Nearest and just going to get that out the way. So, first of all, I told y'all that bankruptcy got thrown out, or did I? I told y'all that the receiver was like, excuse me, ma'am, you can't file for bankruptcy when you're under receivership. And Fawn went down on her Instagram and told everybody that the receivership was over and they were filing Chapter 11 so they could reorganize everything. And the receiver went down to the court and said, excuse me. excuse me, ma'am, who told you that the receivership was over? And not only is the receivership not over, you cannot file bankruptcy. So the judge did throw the bankruptcy out. Baby, she done filed an appeal. Fine, what is wrong with you? Baby, she has filed an appeal. Girl, what you appealing? Girl, what are you appealing? And now she has filed a lawsuit against Farm Credit America for saying that this was a smear campaign, say that this was intentional for them to try to, basically steal the business, which is what I said in the beginning. Now, y'all know, and I have since come down here and apologized to y'all and told y'all I was wrong. Because I don't have no problem letting y'all know when I'm wrong about something. I said the same thing. I said, look at this. This is white company trying to steal this black business. And maybe she made a few mistakes. She's a young business owner. Maybe she made a few mistakes. But the more and more information that's coming out, the more and more I'm like, girl, this is not no malicious prosecution. They are not, baby, girl, they have reason to have an issue with you and want you to be under receivership. Now, do I want to see her lose her business? No, I don't. I do not want to see her lose her business. But at the end of the day, nobody is coming after you, man, for no reason. Because, child, but she listed the company as collateral when talking about over $100 million in loans. I think it was a plot and a scheme, but Farm made it. Oh, yeah, it made it easy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do I think that? I still feel like that they want that company at the end of the day. Yeah, absolutely. But you're right. She made it easy for them. Like, you made it easy for them to come and get you, girl. I'm still not saying that it's not, that there isn't some underlying stuff there, But, girl, you made it easy. Using collateral that's not real, inflated numbers, child, you can't do that. And I just can't have no whole lot of sympathy for you. Again, as a black business owner, I hate to see this happen to you. I do. Please understand, I do. But at the end of the day, girl. Hold on. Oh, sorry about this. Sorry. So I have a question for y'all. We're gonna get to Pinky Cole in a minute, baby. We're gonna get to Pinky Cole. Little baby, you stay on Pinky Cole's neck. I ain't saying you wrong, but baby, you stay on her neck. We're gonna get to her in a minute. Let me, because she's under Bravo News, honey. We got a whole Bravo situation we got to deal with. But I have a question before we switch gears. I do have a question. And if you are a new subscriber, drop down. If this is your first time here, drop down. We don't bite. Say hi to the people. Chuck, you still here? We do have an update. Let's do that. Let's do the update. We're going to sprinkle in the church announcemments, okay? Before we move to the next story, Chuck is in charge of the countdown. Chuck is in charge of the countdown to 20,000 subscribers, right? So let's see where we are. I told you we weren't going to do this every day. We're going to do it once a week if there's a significant movement. And then once we get to less than 100, then we'll do the daily countdown for 100. But today, let's talk about where we are today. There has been some significant movement. Let me share my screen. As of today, we need 643 subscribers to get to 20K. 643 subscribers. That is a significant swing from last time we did this update. Last time we were at 700 and something. So we have definitely made a movement. Shout out to that Price is Right video. I didn't even, baby, I started not to even do that Price is Right video. I said, don't nobody care about no Price is Right but me. But surprise, surprise. Y'all been, so if you are new here, we've probably picked up about maybe about 50, 60 subscribers in the last week, which is, y'all know, that's significant for us. So if you are new, drop down, say hi. Don't go nowhere. Join the tribe, honey. Come on in. Come on in. So yeah, Chuck want us to get there by June. Now we probably ain't. Let's be honest, we probably not gonna get there by June, but it is definitely doable to get there by the end of the year. If we keep going forward, it is definitely doable. So yes, that is the update. That is the update. Okay. Okay. Do Dr. Phil? I don't care nothing about Dr. Phil. I don't. I don't care nothing about Dr. Phil. I'm gonna have to meditate on that. I know, Abby. I know. I meditate on Dr. Phil, child. Let me meditate on Dr. Phil. Cause ooh. Let's go on to med. It might, you know what? Let's meditate on Dr. Phil. We can do an update on the Dreams lawsuit. Who the Dream who? The Dream who, Miss Baythane? Who is the Dream? You talking about the producer Dream? The Dream? I don't know who the Dream. Who you talking about the Dream? Y'all have to tell me who that is. Anyway, right, right. We need, and that's sad. Who cares? What lawsuit? I don't even know what lawsuit you talking about. Ain't no update. It ain't. I mean, most of those. The thing about those lawsuits, you guys, most of those lawsuits make big splashes and then they quietly go away because they get settled. I haven't heard of an update on it. Y'all know of an update? Did I miss an update? I didn't hear about an update. A lot of those lawsuits go away, y'all, because the people end up they cut them a check and it goes away. Hey, just sweet, yeah. I mean, I can see if Tracy can find an update, but I don't know of an update. Oh, well, Mims did an update. The lawsuit is still ongoing. Okay. Well, I'll see if Tracy can find an update because I don't know. I didn't know about an update, child. Y'all stop. Let me tell y'all. Can I tell y'all a secret? I think y'all got scandal overload with all them lawsuits. Y'all stop watching that stuff after a while. If I'm being honest, the numbers started going down. I think y'all got overload. And when I say y'all, I mean as an audience. You know, you had all the Diddy stuff and all of the different lawsuits that came out of the Diddy stuff and all that stuff. I think y'all just got over it because the numbers started going down. People weren't really tuned in. So that's why I stopped reading the lawsuits like that because y'all weren't really watching the videos anymore. Y'all weren't really tuned in anymore. But I'll see if I can find an update on that particular lawsuit. I mean, if y'all care. I was listening to Men's Live today. Oh, I just read that. Okay. Let's get into all right. So next, what was I getting ready to go next? Wendy's. So I saw today online that I guess there's been this viral moment of Wendy's and people finding out that Wendy's is MAGA. And now the people are mad. Why is that going viral? Did I miss something? I even tried to Google it and look it up. What is new information that people are mad about now that they want to boycott Wendy's? Y'all didn't know Wendy's was MAGA? Thank you. Thank you for the donation for the Easter dinners. Thank you. So I just got the cash app. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to call out y'all government name. It starts with a K though. And I don't want to mess up your name either. I don't want to mispronounce your name, and I don't want to call you government. Listen, here's what I need to listen. Most companies donate to both sides to hedge their bets. Some companies donate more to one side over the other side, right? I guess people are finding out that Wendy's donated like 99% more to Republicans than to Democrats. But let's be clear. If we about to boycott, I'm down for it. I'm down for boycotting Wendy's. Can we listen, let's do it. I don't eat there anyway, so it ain't gonna be no sacrifice for me. Except for every once in a while, I do get a taste for a Frosty in the summertime. We just don't know, but it's cancel Wendy's, cancel Target. Listen. We canceled Target because of what Target did with their DEI program and with their minority business program. The way they just and let me can we rewind it to before Target rolled back their DEI, before Target snatched a lot of those opportunities from their minority business owner program and shut down pretty much shut down their minority business program. Let's not forget how they rolled back their LGBTQ as well. Y'all remember this was before Trump was even elected. Y'all remember when they decided to move remember how they used to have all the Pride merch at during June? How Target had all the Pride merch, and then conservatives started complaining about it being in the front of the store and how dare they? Why do they have all this Pride stuff out? What about the children? And y'all are forcing people to celebrate Pride. So then they packed up all the LGBTQ shit and put it in the back of the store. Y'all don't remember that? They did that. That was before Trump even got elected. So, I mean, here's what I think we need. Right. I mean, people are still eating at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, Hobby Lobby. People still running over to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby doesn't even cover birth control for their employees because they don't believe in birth control. They don't even cover it in their insurance. Employees have to pay out of their pocket for birth control if they work for Hobby Lobby. Like, I'm not saying don't make a stance. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't make a political stance. I'm not saying don't support companies that you feel like don't support you. Absolutely. Absolutely. But what I will say is understand how politics work. Most of these companies give to both sides. Now, there's usually they give more to one side than the other, and that's where you may make your decision. For example, I don't shop at Home Depot anymore. I shop at Lowe's. Some people might say, well, Lowe's gave to MAGA too. Okay, they may have, but they didn't give like Home Depot gave. And Lowe's has a black CEO. So, I mean, I shop at Lowe's. And it's not a big deal. It probably takes me just as long to get to a Lowe's as it takes me to get to a Home Depot when I need something. I mean, that's just the thing. Now, for as often as I shop at Home Depot or Lowe's, it ain't like it's going to make a big difference in the bottom line. But it's my own personal protest, right? Right. That's me too. I stopped shopping at Hobby Lobby years ago. And the thing is, people may not be aware. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I understand that some people don't know. Now, it looks like for Wendy's, they gave like 99% Republican and like 1% Democrat. Okay. He was now. Listen, with DEI and stuff, hell, he may not be anymore. But I know at one point the CEO was black. Walmart's whole strategy is to monopolize the community they enter into and pay the locals crap. Yet folks are devoted to it. I stopped shopping. Listen, I worked at Walmart, so I can tell you what I know. Yeah. And again, if we go back to the beginning of the Target boycott started, is it Minnesota where Target's headquarters is? That's where the Target boycott started because of the disenfranchisement of the people in that area in which Target's headquarters is. That's where the Target boycott started. And then it branched out and grew legs, right? So again, I'm not saying don't boycott these companies, you guys. Like I said, if we boycott Wendy's, I'm down. I won't go to Wendy's. If we the black delegation say Wendy's is off limits, guess what? I don't need to go to Wendy's. It's not that serious for me. Because like I said, first of all, I be trying not to go to fast food anyway. And I very, 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 very let me tell y'all something. I'm at the point now outside of Popeyes, because I do still roll up on Popeyes. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. But when it comes to like the burger joints, Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, Arby's, when it comes to those types of places, I can promise y'all now, probably the last 10 times I have been to any of those places, I would say 8. I'm gonna say 8 out of the last 10 times that I've been to any of those places, I was probably on a road trip. I was probably driving to North Carolina, or me and Abby were on our way to Atlanta. I done picked her up in Charlotte, and we on our way to Atlanta, and we stopping somewhere to get something to eat, and we stopping somewhere quick. I very seldom go to those places at this point. I really try my best not to. Now, like I said, every once in a while, I do get a little taste for a Frosty. But I don't have to go get a Frosty. How do we look to see where these companies give the money to? Because I got some questions on where I shop. You can go to, oh shoot, El Teddy, hold on, El Teddy could probably tell me. There are websites. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are websites that'll show you campaign contributions where you can see where companies gave. You could probably ask ChatGPT. At this point, I go to chat. If you have a question, I just say, chat, how much money did Wendy's donate in the last presidential election? Oh, wait a minute. ASB said Open Secrets. Go to Open Secrets. Thank you. Go to Open Secrets. That's a website. Go to Open Secrets. Yep. Now breakfast still got me in the chokehold. I be telling a lie to tell y'all that breakfast still don't have me in the chokehold. But I'm really trying to get away from that. I'm really trying to get away. I'm really trying to get to the point where I make my breakfast here in the morning, or I'll make it at night and just warm up something when I get to work. I really am trying to get. Right now, it's the lazy winning out. ASB said, I've worked in campaign finance for 15 years. Thank you, boo. So there it is right there, you guys. What's up, Marcus? Marcus said, coming live from the laundromat. I know that's right. ChatGPT donated heavily to Trump. I'm sure they did. Listen. None of this shit surprises me at this point. But check out Open Secrets. Thank you, ASB. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Where we going next? Listen. Huh? Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. I just looked at my phone. I gotta. All right, where we going next, child? Listen, I'm sorry. Let me speed this up. Where am I going next, child? Listen. Clarissa Shields. Girl, just shut up. My best advice to Clarissa Shields, baby girl, just Shh. Hush. Hush. Now, you that came down here last week and talked about this man. Hold on, let me get that rapper, that this man is a stalker and that he's weird and that he's just been stalking you and you ain't messed with him and you ain't got nothing to do with this and that man has been stalking you. And that's what you came down here and told us, Clarissa. That is what you came down here and told us. And then the dude done messed around and dropped more receipts today showing that y'all been FaceTiming. Rapper Maserati Bud shares call log showing Clarissa Shields contacting him as recently as this month. Quote, you FaceTime me crazy, lady, but I'm the stalker. Girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere and just go shut the hell up, Clarissa, I'm not saying you cheated on Papoose. I don't know what you did. I wasn't there. But what I do know is you clearly have more of a relationship with this young man than just he's a stalker, he'll be in my DMs, and he's a fan. Clearly, it's more to it than that. Because I don't know how many, why your fan got your phone, why you FaceTiming your fan? Why you FaceTiming your stalker? And he said as recently as this month, girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere and shut up. Now I'm going to tell y'all what I think. Y'all want to know what I think? Do y'all want to know what I think? This is what I think. Hold on, y'all. Let me check something real quick. Good Lord. Damn. Okay. I thought I had dropped something in here. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all what I think. This is what I think right here. I'm going to tell y'all what I think, and then we're going to close the doors. I personally feel like this Maserati Bud person, I honestly feel like that's who you call when Papoose piss you off. That is who you call when Papoose pisses you off. See, here's what it is. At the end of the day, you are an insecure young lady. We're going to call a thing a thing. You are an insecure young lady. And what we also know is it don't take that long to get a divorce from no damn body, especially when, listen, Candy Burris done had a whole divorce. In the time, you have been dating that man for a year. Allegedly, they filed for divorce last spring. It has been a year since allegedly the divorce was filed. Now, I heard rumors that the divorce was withdrawn. I don't know what was true or what's not true. But let's call a thing a thing. What's going on is every time that man get on the plane and go to New York to see his daughter, every time that man get on a plane and go to New York to see his mother, every time that man does or says something that triggers your insecurity, that is who you call. I'm telling you, that's what I think. Now, I don't know that to be true. But that is my opinion. I feel like that's your chick on the side. Oh, not your chick on the side. That's your dick on the side. Now, that's my opinion. And we know back during Christmas, you were spiraling. We remember the Louis Vuitton trip by yourself, flexing in the mirror, showing all your money. We remember the Louis Vuitton trip, okay? We remember. And that man had video footage of him sitting in your living room during Christmas when Papoose was in New York. I believe every time that man make you mad or that man does something to trigger your insecurity, that's who you call. And you probably thought what's up, JB? Hey, boo. You probably thought you was controlling the situation. You probably thought you was controlling the situation because this man don't have a whole lot and you feel like you could control him with money and all that because you one of them people that think money buys everything and money is the answer to all of the things. That's what I think it is. And somewhere Geisha 305 then found out. I didn't watch Geisha 305. I don't know if she explained how she knew, but somehow Geisha 305 got your tea. She spilled it. 50 Cent called that boy, probably put some money in his pocket for him to tell it. And at first he was telling it, and then he was like, nah, I ain't mean to tell it. Because then he was like, damn, she gonna turn the spigot off. So let me backtrack. Let me pussy pop on this. Moonwalk on out of this. And now you done came down here and embarrassed him. And let me tell you, the last thing you can do is embarrass a YN. Because when you embarrass a YN, they going nuclear. And that's what it sounds like. Now, I'm going to give you, listen, Maserati Bud. I'm going to give you a little credit, Maserati Bud. Hold on, I'll get it for you. Hold on, I'll get you the link. Give me a second. I'm going to give you some credit, Maserati Bud. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you slow walking this thing. You ain't drop everything you had. Everybody thought that all you had was that little video that you posted last week. They thought that was it. Baby, that was about maybe 2 weeks ago that you posted that video. Everybody thought that was it. And here you come today when everybody really had forgotten about you. Here you come today posting the call log. That man probably got a few more receipts. He just holding on. He probably talking to her behind the scenes. He probably done told her, now if you shut up, I shut up. But if you keep talking, I'm going to keep talking. But if you shut up, I'll shut up. But if you keep talking, I'm going to keep talking. There it is. There's my black girl vitamin code. Somebody just asked for it. Thank you. Get you that black, y'all. Get you y'all black girl. I ain't been talking about black girl vitamins lately, but get y'all that black girl vitamins. I got my child. Dang, I got to post a video. I got a new I had got a new shipment last week, honey. Okay, Xavier. I don't know the definition of a Y. I mean, I don't know what the age restriction is of a YN. Okay, you said Maserati Bud look every bit of mid-30s. I don't know how old that boy is, that young man is. But I don't know. But either way, that young man, the worst thing you could do to a man is embarrass him. Insinuate he lying on his, you know what, on his wah-wah-woo. Gone now. Who wrote that rule, Xavier, that you got to be 25 and under to be a YN? Based on what definition? Right. YN is a behavior. It's not an age. It is a behavior. And he act like a YN to me. Why are people making her public enemy number one? She's making herself public enemy number one. Y'all act like we go looking for her. No, she comes and finds us. Nobody is going to look for that young lady. Ain't nobody going to look for Clarissa. Clarissa keep coming to us because I really don't be trying to pay her no attention. Not they called you a YN grandmama. Yes, the PCOS gummies are great. Why are people cool with men coming for this girl? It's exhausting at this point. Well, who's coming at this girl? When you say men, what men are coming for her? Tell me what men are coming for her. Because if you're talking about 50 Cent, he don't count. 50 Cent is equal opportunity troll. He come for everybody. So he don't count. I mean, if you're talking about like men on the internet, you're talking about other bloggers, like what, you know. Because let's be clear. Last week, Clarissa was bragging about knocking another man out, talking about she could beat him and he ain't a great boxer and she could beat him round for round, pound for pound. So again, let's not act like she don't talk shit to men. She literally just talked last week about how she can knock this man out and how he an ain't shit boxer. I just, you disagree with what? That 50 Cent is equal opportunity. He come for everybody. You is that what you're disagreeing on? Tell me what you're disagreeing on, Boo. Why are we talking about her behavior? Oh, we are talking about her. Oh, you said we are talking about her behavior specifically. Yeah. I'm trying to help. I mean, you may or may not be speaking on me. I'm trying to help the girl out. I done told her to shut up because the more she talked, the more she make herself a target. That's why you get the burner phone app if you change the fake number and delete. Okay, she telling people how to. Okay, I don't know what Lauren talking about. I don't know what Lauren is talking about. But I'm gonna let her go on over there. She involved herself in the beef. She should have stayed out of it. Oh, you're saying 50 Cent does count? Okay. I mean, look, I can't tell you what to count, what not to count. All I'm saying is, it's not that I'm gonna speak for myself. It's not that I'm okay with 50 Cent talking about her. It's that 50 Cent talks about everybody, and I pay him no attention. He's just a troll that I choose to ignore. I mean, a couple of weeks, what was that? 2 weeks ago, he came for Tiny. He came for Beyonce's mother. He came for Tierra Marie. Like 50 Cent is a troll. He comes after everybody. He's come after Drake. He's come after hell for years. He Murder Inc. What's his name? Ja Rule. Like 50 Cent. He's a fucking troll. Right. 50 Cent went after his own kids. So. No, so I know you're not coming at me. It's okay. And it's okay to have your opinion. I mean, listen, I don't dislike Clarissa. I do want Clarissa to be quiet because I think that the more she talks, the more she makes herself a target. And it makes it easy. She makes it very easy. Like, for example, when that guy was doing his YouTube video and he was just talking about boxing. And he was talking about Clarissa and the distractions because she had a fight coming up. And she chose to call in and pretend like she wasn't Clarissa. And then told on herself because she started saying me, I. She forgot and was using the wrong pronouns and got caught up. That kind of stuff makes you a target. Because now people are going to clown you. When really all you got to do is go sit down somewhere. People are going to do commentary. People are going to talk about you. You don't have to entertain everybody that has an opinion about you. You know, you really don't. But again, I'm not saying it's okay for 50 Cent. All I'm saying is I'm not going to single 50 Cent out for coming after Clarissa because 50 Cent goes after everybody. That's what I mean by that. But I just want her to be quiet. And she doesn't entertain the people that speak positively on her. She runs to the negative stuff. Now, that's true, too. Right. Shantia said, because I didn't even know she was a boxer. Just a messy woman messing with a married man. Right. Because everybody doesn't know her as a boxer. As an older woman, but she's acting young enough. True. True. Hold on a second, y'all. But anyway, I just had to give y'all that update on Clarissa. All right. Let me say this and then we closing the doors. Shout out. Okay, so let me say this. And again, this is not at you. This is just in response to that video. I mean, to that comment. So the comment is, as a viewer, seeing YouTubers make 550 videos every time about her is lazy. I figure they get big checks off of her. So explain to me what's the difference between YouTubers making 5011 videos about Clarissa? What's the difference between that and 5011 videos on Diddy and 5011 videos on Candy and Todd and 5011 video? Like, that is what we do because you're right. We do videos based on the numbers. She's content. And you know what would stop letting her be content? If she would shut up. YouTubers are going to talk about what is going to bring them numbers. That's just the fact. That's just the fact. So I hear what you're saying, but what's the difference between me making videos on Clarissa and me making videos on Candy and Ty, and me making videos on Diddy, and me making videos on TD Jakes, and me making videos on Bravo celebrities? Like, what's the difference? She's in the blogs. And you know why she's in the blogs? Because she keeps herself in the blogs. Nobody is going to look for Clarissa. Clarissa is bringing the content to us. It's just like when Krishan and Blueface were at the height of whatever the hell they had going on. They kept bringing the content to the bloggers. They kept going live on Instagram. They kept doing shit in public. Like, when they shut up, when Blueface went to jail and Krishan shut up, guess what? Nobody talked about them like that anymore. Every once in a while, you might still see a story here or there, but not like it was before. So I hear what you're saying, but I don't see what the difference is between how we cover Clarissa and how we cover any other hot topic. The same way we make 50-11 videos on Tamar. Like, when something happens, we're going to talk about it. And I get it that it hits different when it's somebody that we like, or when it's somebody that we feel like, damn, I feel like they're doing her dirty. I understand that it might hit different from that perspective, but honestly, it's really no different. I don't cover. Matter of fact, and I know you're not talking about me. You're not talking about me, but I'm just saying I'm gonna speak for me. There's a lot more I can say about Clarissa. I don't talk about her every time something happens. And I could probably make more money if I talked about her more. I probably could. But I know you weren't talking about me specifically, but I was just answering that question. Right. Lamar Whitehead, baby. As long as y'all watch the videos, I was going to talk about Lamar. Lamar, as Don Don calls him. Baby, as long as y'all watch them videos, I was going to talk about him. All right. Shout out to Cardi B. Her new hair care line, pre-sale, sold out. The pre-sale for her new hair care line has sold out. Shout out to you, Cardi. Cardi, listen. I love me some Cardi B. I love me some Cardi B. And I love seeing her win. He in jail. No, I ain't heard nothing after he filed that. I ain't heard nothing since he filed that appeal that got denied. I ain't heard nothing since. Child, he probably running the prison ministry. Probably running the prison ministry, honey. Probably got the men showing up for Bible study. He reading from Leviticus 6:4. Touch not my anointed. And before somebody tell me, I know that's not Leviticus 6:4. I'm making fun of him. Please don't nobody say that's not Leviticus 6:4. I know it's not Leviticus 6:4. I'm making fun of him because that was his favorite. Touch not my anointed. Anyway, remember he would go live and he would read all the Bible scripture and they was wrong. I miss talking about him. Oh, I miss Don Don. I miss Don Don playing that damn consecration video. Oh, the worst thing that he could have done was Don Don find that damn consecration video, child. Oh, Lord. Child. Don Don used to play that damn video every morning. Ooh, Don Don used to play that video every morning, honey. He wouldn't be talking about the bishop. He played that video. Ooh, that thing used to crack me up. Oh, gosh. Ooh, that was some good times over here. That thing brought a tear to my eyes. Oh, gosh. But who made him a bishop? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, he hated me so bad. Baby, when he put that donut in my mouth. And T cussed him out. Ooh, those were good times. Those were good times. Oh, baby, T cussed him out. T said, "What happened?" Oh, T cussed that man out. Oh, baby, I need to find that video of that Fendi suit. All you heard was swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 swish. Oh gosh, okay, I gotta stop. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop. Y'all keep bringing tears to my eyes. Woo, y'all stupid. Y'all the dumb. Y'all need to stop. Oh, y'all need to stop. Ooh. Oh Lord. Baby. Oh, y'all need to stop. Whew. Sorry, y'all. I had to take a break. I can't do this with y'all today. Oh, Jesus. A compilation video. Oh, Lord. Baby. I wish I could have shown y'all the video of that day when I went into court and he saw me and Pam. Ooh, the look on his face. If he could have said, bitch, he would have said. The look on his face, girl. Whew. Okay. Baby, let's close these doors. I can't with y'all today. We're going to close these doors. I can't with y'all. Don, they done got me on the bishop. They done got me on the good bishop, honey. Close these doors.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
All right, y'all, close these doors. Listen, we have 243 people. Shout out to the 243 people in the chat. Please, if you have not done so already, please hit the like button. Y'all know when we close the doors, that means we're going to start passing the collection plate. Now, you can do the free route. All I ask you to do is hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Share us out. If you're watching the replay, hype this video if you can. That's free 99. You don't have to spend a dime. Ooh, I made that rhyme. It's free 99. You ain't got to spend a dime. I made that rhyme. Look at me. Bars. But if you could, please do that. I appreciate you. Now, if you want to donate to the platform, by all means, I ain't going to never tell you no. Donations are not required, but they are appreciated and they're certainly accepted. So if you want to hit my Cash App, Super Chat, I already put my email for my PayPal and my Venmo in the chat. I mean, not my Venmo. I don't have Venmo. My PayPal and my Zelle in the chat. By all means, go ahead and take care of that. Okay. Right. I just made another million. He said I was a million. I was making millions off of him. I made another million, I guess. But again, you guys, and the number for tonight is $7.46. $7.46. 17. No, we ain't got the Brandy yet. $17.46. $77. $700.46. By all means. Hit it up. I got a spot on Cardi B's next album, Bars. Right, all that money I made off a lawnmower, honey. Whatever will I do with it? Whatever will I do with it? Okay. Carlos has announced premiere date, or I should say, has announced the premiere date for Bell Collective Birmingham. I believe it was April the 10th. Lord, I forgot to write the daggone date down. I put it on my list, but I forgot to write the date down. I believe it's April the 10th. So in the month of April, y'all, we got 3 new shows coming to you. We have 3 new shows coming to you. We have number 1. We have show number 1, which is Real Housewives of Rhode Island. And then we have the return of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And now we have Bell Collective Birmingham. I will be reviewing all 3. So we got 3 new shows, or Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta is not new, but the new season. April is about to warm up. It's about to heat up over here for April. Now, let me say this. I am going to talk about Ladies of London. I've watched the first 2 episodes. I think I'm going to do a pre-record and just upload the pre-record of my thoughts on the first 2 episodes. Because right now we got 4 episodes, and Thursday I'll make 5. So I think I'm gonna do a pre-record upload on the first 2 episodes, and then I may try to do like an upload on like the 3rd episode, and then, excuse me. Thank you for the $7.46, Miss Jackson. Woo! I am for real. Thank you, boo. Mwah, I got it. But with that being said, so that way I can catch up, and what I'll probably do is then do episode 4 and 5. They really do need to promote Ladies of London, because it is good. Them first 2 episodes were a doozy, honey. That damn what her name? Hold on, I gotta look at my notes. What that the crazy lady name? Not the liar. What her name? Hold on, these are my notes right here. Yeah, this her name right here. This her right here. Dara. That daggone Dara, baby. Oh, you hated that song as a kid? Did they ever auction off his clothes? You know what? I don't know what they ended up auctioning off. I know the house was gone. I know they got the house. I don't know what they did with what was inside of the house. Like, I don't know if his wife came and took what she wanted. I don't know if they just left the stuff in the house. I don't know if his family came and got the stuff. I don't know, because remember when y'all remember, and we talking about Whitehead again. Remember he went to court. He didn't know that the judge was going to remand him. Remember he went to court after he did his YouTube channel and he violated all the stuff. Thank you, Jesui. Thank you, boo. And remember he violated the order that the judge told him that he couldn't talk about what was going on in court, and he was reading the private documents. It's Bravo. It comes on Bravo and Peacock. And remember, he didn't know the judge was going to remand him. So he ended up getting remanded until his trial. And then while he was on trial is when the bank finally seized his house. So I don't know if he was ever able to like organize his family to get into that house and get the stuff out of the house. I don't know. Now, remember, we did notice, and Don can tell us, we did notice that, like, when he would go live, certain pictures were gone. Remember, he had all the pictures in the background, all his awards and stuff in the background. And notice the stuff started being gone. So I said, I wonder if he's packing that house up. I just don't know, because he never got out of jail. When he went to court and the judge was like, we holding him for remand, that was a wrap. And that was like 5 months before his trial actually started. And then that interim, the bank seized his house. They had already came and got them cars. So I don't know where his stuff went. I feel like his wife, because y'all remember his wife was staying away. And his wife, to be fair, his wife has, to my knowledge, has never publicly said anything about what happened. She just left him. She ain't make it. Now again, she might talk among her circle, because she's a minister as well. I think she's a bishop as well, and she has her YouTube channel and all. I mean, her Instagram and all of that stuff. She goes live on Instagram every morning and does morning prayer and all that other stuff. But to my knowledge, now she made a few like little innuendos about arrogance and pride, and she made like a little couple of, but she's never said anything publicly, to my knowledge, about him. So I don't know if she ever went back into that house after she left him. But that's a lot of stuff that came up missing. Now, some of this shit clearly was fake. Like, we know some of that stuff wasn't real. But some of that stuff probably was real because that was part of his court case. They had receipts of money he spent at Louis Vuitton and Gucci and stuff like that. So some of that stuff was real. So I don't know. Now, I wish I had known because I sure would have went and bought something. His wife said, I'm not a Proverb 31 woman. Well, whatever, honey. Whatever. Okay. Not a lot more Acefo. Now, DB. See, DB, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this. Let me get back to my notes. I'm not doing this with you. All right, let's get into it. What else we have left here? We still got a bunch of stuff to get into. Bill Cosby has lost a I'm sure this was a woman who says Bill Cosby drugged and arred her in 1972 wins a $19.3 million jury award. Listen, I'm not mad about it because we reviewed that whole documentary, Let's Talk About Cosby, where a lot of these women broke down what happened to them going back as far as the 1960s with Bill Cosby, and nobody believed them and nobody did anything about it. So I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you, I'm not even mad. My only question is, does Bill Cosby still have $19 million? I mean, he gonna be like OJ, his estate gonna be owing people. But I don't have no sympathy. I know he's an old man and all of that good stuff, but I don't have no sympathy for him because when he was a young man, allegedly he was out here terrorizing women. So I don't have no sympathy for him. Whatever. Get your money. Get your money. Get your money. Nicki Minaj is being sued for $237,000 from venues who say that she did not hold to her obligations for production company sues Nicki Minaj for allegedly refusing to pay $275,000 for Pink Friday 2 events. I mean, all I have to say at this point when it comes to Nicki Minaj is stand in line. Can life insurance be used to cover settlements? That's a good question. I might have to ask Simone about that because I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm going to have to ask Simone. I can't get in touch with her right now, child. Simone over in Bali living her best life. Her phone, she must not have her phone on because I can't get through to her on her phone. I could probably get her on WhatsApp. You know what? I'm going to try to see if I can reach her on WhatsApp. She's probably on WhatsApp right now. Probably on WhatsApp, but I'm gonna ask her because I think that's a good question. I don't know the answer to it though. But at this point, Nicki Minaj, girl, your decline is just sad. Now I know the Barbs are still holding on, child. The Barbs are still holding on for dear life, and you know what can I say? Enjoy that. Have a good time with that. Have a good time with that. Yeah, Simone be going live, and I sent her a super chat the other day, child. Simone be so caught up and doing what she doing, she don't even be looking at her chat like that, child. But I'm gonna try to get in touch with her because I wanted to talk to her about something else. But like I said, she is living her best life, and I can't even mad about it. Can you get child support from life insurance? Now, I think you can get child support from because that's part of what life insurance is supposed to cover, right? I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but isn't that part of what life insurance is there for? Life insurance is there to cover your expenses that you would be covering if you were still alive. Like, you know, that's why the more you make, the more you can go up on your life insurance, right? Yeah, you know what? Thank you for saying that, Nisa. Nicki Minaj had another drop down in Tasha K's chat the other day, talking about some and made a donation. I don't even know how much she made. You know that's going to Cardi B, right, girl? You do know that making a large donation to Tasha K is de facto going to Cardi B, right? And did y'all see what Tasha K? So, some content creators were going behind the wall and taking Tasha K's content from her website, her app, and playing it. So Tasha K was striking people's videos, which, listen, y'all know I don't mess with Tasha K a whole lot, but on this one, I'm with Tasha K. When people go behind their paywall and put content out, especially an app that she's paying for, that she's got running, and she's doing these lives with her subscribers, doing these Zoom meetings or whatever, where her subscribers and people are taking that content and playing it on their YouTube channel. I'm sorry, you deserve to get a strike. That's just wrong. That's wrong. You know, it's bad enough when you pay people's content that's on YouTube. You can get a strike for that as well. But most YouTubers don't, especially people like Tasha K. Most YouTubers don't really make a big deal about that. But when you just taking stuff from behind a paywall and playing it on your channel, yeah. Because she did that to Nosy Ho. Tasha K struck Nosy Ho for that. You can't do that. And let's be clear, Tasha K give us enough content out here on YouTube to talk about. You can't do that. And then they were playing the content, so they were showing people's government names and stuff because they were on Zoom. So you could see like people's government names and stuff. Now, I don't know what content creator that was that she said did it. I can't remember. I don't know who it was that did it, but she said they were striking that channel. And you know, you get 3 strikes, baby, you're out. They're gonna take that channel. So whoever it is, I hope they reached out to Tasha, apologized to try to say they channel and took that content down. But in the interim, while she was talking about that, y'all, why she say that the GoFundMe was a joke? Why I gotta be careful using her name in the chat? You can say her name in the chat. Yeah, I can say Tasha. I mean, why she can't strike me for y'all saying her name? It's her name. It's her YouTube name. Now, if y'all was saying like her government name, even though it's public information, that might be. But Tasha K, that's her YouTube name. Y'all can't. Yeah, people act like that's. You can say people's name in the chat. Y'all can say people's name in the chat. Man, we know that GoFundMe was not a joke. The reason why you saying it's a joke now is because you ain't raised more than $20,000, and I think you thought that the winos was really about to show up and show out because they kept telling you, start a GoFundMe, and I think you really thought that once you announced that you was going to start that GoFundMe, that GoFundMe was going to go through the roof. I think you thought that GoFundMe was going to show up and show out, and it didn't. That's what the joke was. The joke was you really thought that you was going to do something. Last I saw, the GoFundMe was at like right at $10,000. I'm saying 20,000 because I just haven't looked at it lately. But I don't think you got more than $20,000. Now, let's be clear. $20,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at. I mean, I'll take a $20,000. Even after the fees, I'll take $20,000 even after, GoFundMe takes their fees. But let's be clear, that's nowhere close to the $4 million you need, ma'am. And she had been renting, allegedly, according to her, she had been renting her house out. Now she does just have it on the market. So I know a lot of blogs picked up on that last week that she was selling her house. But Tasha ain't lived in that house in years. She moved to Florida a long time ago. Now she said she's been renting the house out, and now she just wants to sell it. I mean, okay. Kim, you know she ain't giving that damn money back, child. I doubt it. Let me put it that way. I doubt very seriously she giving that money back. I did that. All right, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna get into Brandy, and then we're gonna get into all the Bravo news. We're gonna give a shout out. Let's give a shout out to United Airlines, and let's give a shout out to Delta Airlines. Even though they be a motherfucker on the other end, we know that the airlines are not our friend. Let's be clear. Well, let's be clear. The airlines are not our friend. But let's give a shout out to Delta and give a shout out to United, because both of those airlines announced today that they were suspending special perks for members of Congress until this shutdown is over and the TSA agents start getting paid. I don't know if y'all saw that viral clip from earlier this week with that count, or was it last week with the congresswoman, the Republican who voted against funding TSA, cut the line and bypassed TSA to get on her plane. I think after that video went viral, they were like, that's not a good look. So they have suspended the congressional desk at the at United and at Delta, and there will be no special privileges for members of Congress. What are the perks? The perks are they can bypass TSA. They can bypass going through security and just go straight to their gate. That's one of the biggest perks. I'm sure they have other perks like flying first class and maybe free seats for their aides and stuff like that. Like I told you, y'all know I was on a flight with Mitch McConnell a couple of when we went back last November. I was on the same October. I was on the same flight with Mitch McConnell, and he sat in first class. And he had about 3 seats in first class, and then he had about 2 or 3 seats in coach. And I'm wondering if I'm wondering if he paid for all of them seats. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff, I'm sure they get free upgrades, or they get great discounts for upgrades into first class and stuff like that. But certainly, Nancy Mace, thank you, Nancy Mace. But certainly bypassing security is a big one. A big one. Bypassing security is a big one. Oh, airlines are definitely losing money. And remember, the airlines want to go up on these prices because of the gas right now, because of oil. And they probably can't even afford to go up like they want to go up, because people already ain't trying to fly. People are already looking at trains and alternate. And can you imagine spring break? Well, it is spring break for some people. So, I mean, again, when I say shout out to them, I'm not saying that, we know the airlines ain't our friends, but to add a little pressure, to put a little extra pressure on them congressmen and women when they got to stand in that long ass TSA line, yeah, it might hit a little different. Now, I don't know if y'all saw today where Republican Joe Kennedy said that they had a deal. That the Republicans have worked out a deal with the Democrats to fund TSA to get this thing moving, and Trump shut it down. Trump said absolutely not. But now, after the airlines made that announcement, it seems like there may be a little bit of Trump might be, willing to work some things out. Airlines are losing money because they're flying with less than a full plane when people are stuck in the TSA line and miss their flights. That's true. We're never going back to a TSA less world. Absolutely not. Nope. See, some things once the genie is out the bottle, you can't put the genie back in. Just like paying for bags. That was some 9/11 shit. That was after 9/11. We never had to pay for bags. To check bags. We didn't have to pay to do that. That's some post 9/11 shit. And that's why we got so many check bags on flights now. Before 9/11, you hardly ever had people trying to get all them big ass. You didn't have people with those big ass suitcases. People had book bags and duffel bags getting on flights. Why? Because they could check their bags for free. It was a service. It was part of your ticket. So a lot of people would check their bags so they didn't have to worry about carrying their bag through the airport. But now that you just started charging people to check bags, now you got people squeezing, 5 days worth of outfits into a little old carry-on like this. Now you got people rolling and tucking and ducking and getting those little bags and all those things. Now all of a sudden, now they begging people, please, put your carry on if you can check it and all that. Yeah, but you wouldn't have to do all of that if y'all would stop charging people. But the problem is we paid it. And when I say we paid it, because we honestly didn't have much of a choice. But we paid it. So we're never going to go. Southwest had the best thing going, and they ruined it. Southwest had a good thing going, not paying. That was a lot of the reason why people flew Southwest, because they didn't have to pay for checked bags. And if you could mess around and get one of them cheap flights on Southwest, one of their sales, and catch a good sale on Southwest, oh, you were winning. But they done fucked it up. Being greedy. Now they want to charge people for being fat, making them buy two. I done seen so many videos on TikTok of people being charged on Southwest to buy 2 seats. I said, you couldn't pay me to buy a ticket on Southwest right now, because I be damn if I'm gonna get to the counter and they're gonna tell me I gotta pay for 2 seats. I saw people doing videos that are smaller than me. This one lady was not. I didn't think she was fat at all. And they're going to get. Let me tell you what they're going to get. They're about to get a racial discrimination suit, Southwest, because it was this one lady. She was thick, black woman. She was, but I didn't. By no stretch would I say she was obese. I definitely don't feel like she needed to buy 2 seats. And you know what the lady at the guy at the ticket counter said to her? The guy at the ticket counter said to her, "Well, you got wide hips." That lady said she had to pay an extra $800 because they made her buy 2 seats going and coming. I said, oh, Southwest won't get none of my money. But let me say this, Candace, them seats been fine all this time. Now all of a sudden they charging people for 2 seats. They've been fine all this time. When people could choose their own seat, yeah, it was fine. Now all of a sudden you got assigned seats and you're charging people you're upcharging people and you're charging people to buy 2 seats. Y'all are just, listen, Southwest, they fucking up. They fucking up. Yeah, have fun. Be careful. I'm telling y'all be careful buying them tickets on Southwest. Look, hold on. Let me see if I can find a video to show y'all real quick. You scared to fly? Well, some people, I mean, I'm not scared to fly, but I know some people are. Thank you, I already said thank you, but thank you again, Just Sweet. I just opened up my phone and saw it again. Let me see if I can find one of these videos on TikTok to show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me see here. Southwest plus size. Let me see if I can find one of these videos.
I will never fly with Southwest. So this just happened. Today is Monday, March 9th. This happened on the 8th. Okay, so boom. I booked a trip through Southwest to leave from Los Angeles back to Indianapolis, Indiana. I was in town for a comedy festival audition. Hopefully I get it. After all I went through, I better get it. So mind you, you know how airfare is. You check in the day before your flight. So I checked in my flight. I got my boarding pass. I had a layover in Denver. So I got my boarding pass, but for some reason, my second boarding pass wasn't coming up. It said, see security document or something like that. Check security document. Check at the gate. My flight was at 8:20 a.m. Los Angeles time. I make it to the airport, 7 o'clock, whatever. I check in with the lady at the gate, only for 2 reasons. One, for the document to get my boarding pass for my connecting flight. But also, I wanted to check, like, hey, is this a full flight? Simple question. And I'll be honest, I checked if it's a full flight because who don't like a row by themselves? Who don't want to have a space in between? But let me keep going. So I'm talking to the lady. I'm like, is it a full flight? She said, yes, it's a completely full flight. All right, cool. No worries. Mentioned the thing about the boarding pass situation. Before I'm leaving, she started to ask me, real polite, like, Miss Asia, just wanted to know, when you sit on the plane, do you have any issues? And before she could finish, I said, I can get the arm seats down, baby girl. Don't you worry about that. No, the arm seats go down. Cool. No problem. You don't impede on anybody. Nope, all to the good. So I thought that was that. I thought that was the end of the conversation. I go sit in the seating area, just chilling until it's time for us to start board. About 10, 15 minutes later, I hear my name on the intercom. I think nothing of it because, again, I did ask if it was a full flight. So I'm about to see, maybe they, Asia, Miss Asia, we seen that we did have a row that's by itself or a row where there's no middle seat. Just wanted to see if we can get your book changed, whatever. That's what I'm thinking it is. I get to the desk, and it's the same young lady who asked me the question, and then also this man who has identified himself as a supervisor. And she stated, yeah, my supervisor mentioned that it would be safe and better for you to go ahead and purchase, and best for you to purchase a second seat. What? So I'm like, purchase a second seat. So I see the supervisor. I'm saying, so you're a supervisor? And he's like, yes, I'm a supervisor. And I'm like, what do you mean purchase another seat? Well, for safety concerns. Safety concerns? My thing is, what's the safety concern? Because first of all, y'all said it was a full flight. So full flight to me means full. Like full to the top. No extra nothing. No room for anything else because that's full. And the safety part of it still doesn't make sense because if it's an empty seat, but I'm still on the plane, what changes anything? And then, where did y'all pull this seat out y'all ass from? Because you just told me it was a full flight. So where the seat that you want me to pay for come from? I'm like, purchase another seat. And she's all on the phone trying to arrange for this additional seat, typing away, talking to the person, typing away, click, 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 click. And she said, yeah, it'll be $406.95. Who are you talking to, ma'am? Who are you? $406 for who? So I'm like, well, if I don't have that money, what does that mean? Because what do we do now? I'm not paying $406. So what do we do now? Well, we can't let you board the plane. What? They treated me like Sheila from Why Did I Get Married? They gonna make me have to drive to save my marriage? So not only did they say I will not be able to board the plane, they went ahead and canceled my flight. And they were like, well, we're going to, because of the type of fare that you have, it'll be in there as a credit. Credit? As if I'm going to ever book with y'all again? Are you crazy? So I'm like, absolutely not. I need my money back. I need all of my funds, my ducats, my cheap.
So that was, I didn't know that was going to be such a long story, but it was an interesting story. Now, she did say go to the end to see her get on her Delta flight. So let's see, because I know we can't see how big she is, but let's see at the end. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the end of the video, child, because it's a little long. It's a little long.
Have a seat. Let me get in the seat. If this armrest go down, don't say nothing to me about an extra ticket. Don't say nothing to me about an extra ticket.
It's almost over. I'm
If
just
you
trying to
big,
get to that.
if you used to be big, if you love somebody that's big, if your grandmama big, if your auntie big, if your child is big, hell, you got a big baby, whatever. We're boycotting Southwest.
So that's her on her actual flight.
Okay, so this is a story time.
Hold on.
How I
dang, it was all the way at the end on the end. Okay, that's her.
Okay, so
damn
this
it.
is a story time on how
Shit. Hold on, I'm gonna have to let me pause it.
Okay, so
let me go all the way to the end and pause it so y'all can
big
see.
baby, whatever. We're boycotting Southwest.
Okay.
Okay, so
damn
this
it.
is a story time.
I had paused it and couldn't tell it was paused. Okay. So that's her on, she rebooked with United. That's her on the plane. So yes, she's a thick girl, but she ain't that thick that she got to buy 2 seats. And I saw Eureka O'Hare. Y'all might not know who Eureka is. She's a drag queen. And now she is a big girl. Eureka's a big girl. But Eureka's like, I've been flying Southwest. She literally was on TikTok in tears. In tears. Because they were not going to let her get on the flight if she didn't come up with, I forgot how much money it was now. And she had a gig. She was like, I need to get to wherever she was flying to. She was like, I need to get to wherever, wherever she was flying to. but they were going to charge her however much. And again, it was like a lot of money. I don't want to make up a number, but it was a lot. I mean, money that most people can't just pull out their ass at the airport and be like, oh, okay. And she was like, I got to get to my gig. And she was literally in tears on TikTok. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, she was like, I'm going to have to pay the money, but like, that's money. I got the impression that she had the money, but she didn't really have the money. Like, I can get that money, but that money's probably for like my rent or something. You know, like I felt like that wasn't money she needed to be spending. But then she was like, she said, but I literally have a gig tonight. Like, I don't want to cancel my gig because that's my money. Like, now I'm losing money and I'm still going to be losing money because I paid for the ticket. And, you know, she was like, I'm in a no-win situation. So at this point, I'm just going to tell y'all, in my opinion, that we want to talk about boycott, and that's who the fuck we need to be boycotting the Southwest. If you are anything heavier than the average size for what society says a woman should be, especially as a black woman, y'all know we got hips and booty and all that other stuff. Southwest is not your friend. And the problem is you're not going to know until you get there, and it's really up to the discretion of the person at the counter. It's up to the discretion of the person looking at you going, yeah, you need to buy another ticket. And now you stuck. So honestly, I don't care how cheap the seat is. I don't care how long you've been flying with Southwest. I don't care how many frequent flyer miles you got with Southwest. Honestly, if you're not a quote unquote regular size woman, I don't think that's something you need to fool with. That's just my opinion. And listen, I was a Southwest person too now. I wasn't too good to get on no Southwest flight. And I probably got some miles with Southwest. I would have to look it up and find out. But I'm sure I got a few miles here and there with Southwest. But, oh well. Because they won't embarrass me. They won't get me over. Because I know when I go places, I mean, again, most people when they're flying, they have to be somewhere. Most people don't just get on a flight and say, well, if I make it, I make it. If I don't, like most people are like, I'm going to an event. I'm going to a party, a birthday, a job. Like you have to get where you're going. I'm getting on a cruise. I'm going on a vacation. I got to be at the resort. Like it's not no whole lot of, well, maybe, maybe not. No, you ain't got no whole lot of leeway. You were just looking up Southwest flights for an upcoming trip. Yeah. Hey, Spilly boy. Hey, boo. Yeah, so I'm just saying, if you a thickum like me, I ain't even playing with them. That's what we need to be boycotting this damn Southwest. And I've seen, if y'all go to TikTok and just put it, all I typed in was Southwest and immediately plus size popped up. Just watch some of those videos and hear some of those stories. And again, most of the videos I've seen are black women, but I've seen a few, like I told y'all, Eureka O'Hare. Again, if y'all are not familiar with Eureka, she is a big girl. But like she said, she said, I fly Southwest all the time. And I've never had a problem. What up, Lyric? So basically saying I'm too thick for Southwest. Got it. Baby, I don't know, Lyric. I don't think you too thick, boo. You not too thick. Yep. Right, Cheryl. Listen, I ain't playing with Southwest. Absolutely not. Auntie Kim said it's ridiculous, but unless we want to be unduly inconvenienced in the shy, we don't have a choice. Oh, I'm sorry, boo. Is it just women? That's a good no, I think I saw a video of a guy. Hold on. I did see a video of a guy. I saw a video of a guy the other day. Hold on. Let me see. Nope, this guy right here. Hold on. This guy right here.
So I am at the Kansas City airport for my 6:30, 7 a.m. flight, checking my bags, right? And I was just checking in my bag at the priority lane because I fly priority. I fly all the time, right? A-list preferred, priority with everything else. Now, I understand Southwest changed their policy where, you know, if they feel like you might be big enough to need an extra seat, that they can ask you to pay for one. But I have never run into that, ever in my life. And just now, the lady at the counter had to go get her supervisor because they felt that I was too big to get on the plane without paying for 2 seats when I fly weekly and sit in my seat just fine. And the lady had the audacity to say, I'm just concerned about the people sitting next to you for their comfortability. Well, what about my comfortability with the conversation having in front of all of these people about how you think I'm too big to fly? When, keep in mind, I know I'm a hefty guy, but I've lost over 60 pounds since Christmas. I fit in the seat just fine. Everyone is comfortable. We're good, right? I have never run into this level of just pure audacity.
So it's not just women, it's men too. That's why I said they about to get a lawsuit, because it's subjective. It is so subjective, especially if, like, people like him, people like Eureka, who have been flying for years. Let me see if I can find Eureka's video. Because like I said, she's a big girl. But I felt bad for her. If I had caught that video live, I might have sent her some money. I felt so bad for her. Let me see. Southwest, Eureka, Eureka O'Hare. Here it is right here. Let me see if I can find it. I might not be able to find it. Let me see. I can't find
my
Eureka.
Southwest experience,
but I know he did a follow up. Let me see.
From Kansas City to Houston, and how we need to work on Southwest doing better, because Southwest, you need to do better. So to answer a lot of the questions I have, yes, I got on that flight. No, I didn't pay for the extra seat because I advocated for myself. I had a lovely time with the person sitting next to me, where both of us had plenty of space. And when I landed at 9:30 in the morning, I went straight to the salon, saw my clients, and went on about my day. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I've been on a
Okay. I thought he had something more to say. I just thought it was a part 2. But it's so subjective, and that's why y'all ass is going to end up in a lawsuit, because that is subjective. You didn't, and I'm not saying they should, please, Southwest, I'm not saying you should, but just like, okay, when they say a carry-on is too big, they actually have a space where you can put your carry-on in that box. And if the carry-on is bigger than that box, then they can objectively say, hey, your carry-on is too big, because if it doesn't fit inside of this box, we deem it to be too big to be a carry-on bag. You can't look at somebody and say, hey, we're looking at you and we think that you are going to be too big for our seat and you're going to inconvenience somebody. Second of all, your policy isn't even consistent, because we looked at 2 videos and those people were given 2 different reasons. One person was told it's not safe. The other person was told you're going to inconvenience the person next to you. Well, which one is it? Is it that it's not safe, or is it that you're going to inconvenience somebody? Make up your mind. Which one are we talking about here? How we get off on Southwest? Southwest not even on my list. Southwest is not even on my list of things to talk about. Why are we talking about Southwest? All I'm saying is, if we're going to boycott somebody, because I was talking about Delta United. That's how we got off. Okay, cool. All I'm saying is, that's what we need to boycott. Now, let's get into 2 quick church announcements, and then I'm done with the church announcements for tonight. We got 3 stories to get into. I know I ain't been here in a couple of days, so that's why we got a lot to talk about today. Y'all know I'm doing an event on July the 18th that I want all of y'all to come to, especially if you are in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, and all you got to do is drive down the street. I want all of y'all to come to my event. Now, myself and Shayne the City, we are hosting an afternoon called Dreaming Out Loud with author Dee Cummings. Her book, How to Dream, right here. Hold on. Her book, How to Dream. She's a best-selling author and a therapist by trade. And she is going to be doing a session with us where she's going to be talking about her book, going through her workbook, and showing you guys how to get out of your own way. When it comes to your dreams, and I'm not talking about when you go to sleep, those kind of dreams. We're talking about your aspirations in your life. We're talking about how to, get out of your own way and, go on that dream trip, apply for that dream job, start that business, all the things that we tell ourselves we can't do. And how do we get past those mental and sometimes bigger obstacles. So this is going to be a afternoon. It is on July the 18th. It is from 2:30 to 5:30. The location is at M Lounge Studios in Bowie, Maryland. The tickets are on sale. The price of your ticket includes a free book. You're going to get a copy of the book, and obviously the author is going to sign it for you guys. You're going to get a copy of her book. And we will be in a content creating space, which has over 40 different setups for you to take pictures, do selfies, and do all of the things. If you even want to go live from there, you have time to make quick shorts and quick videos for social media. If you want to do so, we will have food, we will have dessert, we will have great conversation, and we will have great camaraderie. Y'all know we always have a good time when we get together. The early bird tickets are on sale now until April the 15th. The early bird tickets are $80. After April the 15th, the tickets go to regular price of $90. And the VIP tickets are $110. And that includes a guaranteed seat at the table with the author. The VIP tickets, you will be at the table with the author. And the regular tickets are general seating. You will be, obviously will be in the house, but you won't be at the table. Okay, so that's what we're doing on July the 18th. And I will drop the link for the tickets. Hold on. Do I have a mod that can drop the link for me? I haven't seen Tracy today. I hope Tracy's okay. I'll call her, child. Do we still have stories? I forgot all about some of them. Child, we do. We ain't talked about Brandy yet. I don't know if Kim's still here or not. But we were supposed to be talking about Brandy. So if I don't have anybody to drop, I'm about to drop the link while we go into this next story. Hold on. Let me get this link for y'all. I'm sorry. I pinned the Easter basket, so that's why I don't have this link pinned. But I'll drop it in the chat for you to buy a ticket. And you can use all of the things that you use to buy things. You can use the Klarna and the Afterpays and the Affirms and all of that, the Zips and all that good stuff to buy your ticket. Okay. Yes, we love food, and the food gonna be good too. Mm-hmm. All right, now let's talk about lying ass Brandy while I drop this ticket link, because I know y'all want to buy some tickets. I know y'all are ready to buy y'all tickets. Come on now. While I drop this ticket link, because I know y'all. Okay, that's me running my mouth. So that's the link for the tickets. Now listen, let me tell y'all something. Brandy, I want you to go sit down next to Clarissa. Girl, just stop. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Mace was on his podcast and he had Shayne on his podcast. And somewhere in the conversation, Brandy came up. And Shayne made a comment about he, remembers when him and Mace were dating Brandy at the same time. And they sort of, made a little light of it, made a little jokey joke about it, went on about their business. So then Ray J came down here and wanted to cuss the people out. Talking about don't play with my sister's name. Don't play on my sister. Don't play. Brandy then came down and said, I don't know what the hell Shayne is talking about. We were friends, but we were never dating. It was never romantic. Brandy, you probably should have just shut up. Because then Shayne came back and said, no. We were dating. And can we really believe Brandy? Because we know Brandy lied about her relationships. She's done it before. So this is what I'm going to say about Miss Brandy. Brandy, you could be telling the truth about Shayne. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know if he was dating that man or not. But what I am going to say is, your track record does not lend for people to believe you because you lied about a whole marriage. Ma'am, Brandy, you lied about a whole marriage. Now, I don't know if you dated that man or not. I do remember you dating Maze. I do remember you dating Wanye from Boys to Men. I don't remember you dating Shayne. That doesn't mean it didn't happen because I wasn't there. But what I do know is, ma'am, you lied about a whole husband. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Brandy, you had a whole MTV special. You had a whole MTV special, Brandy. You know how I know? Because I watched it. Brandy, you told us about how you and that man, you described when he proposed to you. You described the ceremony. You said it was an intimate ceremony. You didn't invite a whole lot of people. I guess you didn't because you didn't fucking have one. I guess you didn't invite a whole lot of people because it was a fake ceremony. Then you went down to the Oprah Winfrey show and you lied to Oprah. You went down to Oprah and you told Oprah the same story that you told us on MTV. You had a whole 5-6 episode special down to the MTV. Then you went on Oprah. And you know how I know you went on Oprah? Because I watched that one too. And you lied to Oprah. Only for us to come find out after y'all done broke up. You got away with the lie, Brandy. Brandy, you got away with the lie. You know how you got caught in the lie? Because you and that man broke up and y'all went on about y'all business. And this was before TMZ and shit. This is before all the stuff that, this is before all of those things. And you got away with it, girl. You got away with it. Except for that man wanted to clear his name. Because they was out here calling that man a deadbeat. They were saying that man left you. They were saying that man cheated on you with another woman. Baby, they was dragging that man's name through the mud. And that man said he went down to the radio station and he said he needed to clear his name. He said, I was never married to that woman. We said, what? We said, what? He said, I was never married to that woman. Me and Brandy was never married. I lied because her mama didn't want the people to know that Brandy was out here getting freaky sneaky without a wedding ring. I said, what? He said, I lied because her mama didn't want nobody to know that Brandy was out here getting freaky sneaky. He said, I wasn't married to that woman. Oh, yeah, he went along with the lie. He said he went along with the lie. He said, I lied. He lied. Now, listen. And then Brandy had the nerve to come on down here to Al Gore's good internet and play the victim. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember when she came down here and she played the victim? She said, I don't understand, why would he do that? I don't know why he would come down here and do and betray me that way. Girl, you're not a victim. Both of y'all lied. He just didn't want to lie no more. And the reason why he came down here is because your fans was dragging him. Your fans was dragging him. Xavier says she is a victim. That man was telling her business in the street. He was telling his business because the fans was dragging him like he was some deadbeat dad that left Brandy high and dry with a baby and was out in these streets all willy-nilly. He said, let me clear this up right now. He said, I take care of my child. But the rest of that, y'all can keep that shit. All of this, because he had a new girlfriend. And people was trying to make it seem like, well, Brandy, child, they was dragging it. It was the fans. And that man was like, y'all not going to keep dragging me. Y'all not going to keep dragging me through the mud. You know? Y'all had got, Brandy, you had got away with that lie, because let's be clear, nobody really cared. We really want to be honest about the matter. We had moved on. We had other things on our agenda. We were really not thinking about that. At that point, the baby was a couple of years old when that man finally came down here and told us what happened. Baby, that baby was, y'all had got away with it. Truth be told, though, can I tell y'all a secret? Come here. Come here. And I know y'all not gonna believe me when I say this, because y'all gonna be like, really, B, you did. It's easy for you to say now. Come here, let me tell you something. I never believed they was married. I never believed that they was married. You know why I never believed that they was married? Because when Brandy told the story that they went up to the mountains and they had this private ceremony in the mountains, I remember my best friend, and she gonna hear this story one day because she watches all my videos. My best friend told me a story about her mom and her dad. She found out that her mom and her dad were never legally married. And you know what her mom told her? Her mama told her, well, me and your father, they was hippies. They was like 1960s hippies, Well, we went up to the mountains and we had a spiritual union. So when I heard Brandy tell the story about them going off into the mountains and having this private ceremony, that's what I heard. I heard, oh, they done had a fake wedding. That's what I heard. I heard they done had a fake wedding because I just heard my best friend's mama telling that story. You know what I'm saying? So I never believed that they was really married. I said, and you think that I believe at that point, Brandy was at the height of her, she was at the height of her career. We didn't get no pictures. We didn't get no engagement pictures. We didn't get a wedding picture. Even if y'all did have a private ceremony, we didn't get nothing. And then when Brandy did that special down to the MTV, child, they didn't even act like they liked each other. Who remembers that MTV special that Brandy did? They didn't even act like they liked each other. They certainly didn't look like newlyweds that was having a baby. I'm just saying, I never did believe it. Yeah, he did not want to be there. Now, somebody in the chat said, well, Shayne lied too to his own detriment. He did. But he got cut the check. Shayne did lie, and he went to jail for a crime that, whatever. But he did come back and tell the truth. After he saw his ass was going to jail, he said, I didn't do that. Well, Brandy was happy. He wasn't happy. And I don't think it was that he wasn't happy because he was having a child. I think he wasn't happy about the situation he found himself in. Because like we said, Mama Sonia said, y'all gonna tell these people y'all got married. And you gonna be a married man, at least for the foreseeable future. You gonna publicly be this woman's wife. You're gonna publicly be this baby's father. And you are gonna play the role. We're gonna do a whole MTV special where we're gonna have them come into the house and videotape y'all and do a whole reality show for the next however many weeks. So I don't think he wasn't happy about having a baby. I think he wasn't happy about the situation he found himself in. That's just my opinion. That's what I'm saying, Quake. That's where I started from. Quake said, why is Brandy even responding? I would have never responded. Because they sounded like two men. They sounded like some immature men talking about their conquest. But I would have never responded. Let them talk. What? So what? First of all, that shit was 20 years ago. Who cares if you dated two men at the same time? You were young. You weren't married to either one of them. Who cares? Nobody's judging you, Brandy. If you dated Mace and Shayne at the same time, girl, nobody's judging you. We don't care. Now, we was judging you when we found out you was dating Mace because we were like, why? But, girl, you were in your 20s. You were young. Baby, if you wanted to date two men, nobody cares. You could have left that. I don't think Brandy and them were really dating. They were just hooking up. All the more reason for her not to say shit. We need to give Brandy some grace. She was under the control of a helicopter parent. Xavier, go sit down. Go sit down. Right. Ray Bishop. Hey, boo. Right. Right. Sonya Norwood is just another Kardashian. She doing the same thing that Kardashian mama do with her churn. They just made more money at it because you know. You know? All right, so that's that. Let's get into this Bravo news. And then I got a story to tell y'all that's going to take me straight to hell. I got a story to tell y'all that's going to take me straight to hell. But I got to share it with y'all because when I heard it, I couldn't believe I had to. So it's going to take me straight to hell. But we're going to get into it. So hold on. What Chanel say? Hold on. You said Chanel get out of my head. Okay, hold on. What Chanel say? Let me scroll back up. Let me see. Chanel says Sonya was, the original Christian. And was. All right, let's get into this Bravo news. So it looks like Andy said, don't blame me for the Real Housewives of Miami being on pause. He said it was not his decision. I'm going to tell you whose decision it was. I told y'all this before, and I'm going to say it again. So I blame Todd. I blame Alexia's husband, Todd, when he sued the production company and he exposed some things that were not happening with production. I blame Todd. I think that lawsuit had a lot to do with Miami putting on pause, even though he withdrew the lawsuit. I think the damage was done. I'm not saying that we know that Bravo has seen worse. We know that worse things have happened to Bravo. But I think that, sometimes and again, remember, these different shows are produced by different production companies. And I think Legal might have made this decision when it comes to this. I don't know. But Andy said don't blame him. He didn't have nothing to do with it. Now over to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Margaret Josephs has let us know she officially will not be coming back to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. She said she quit, but y'all know how Bravo does. Bravo gives people the opportunity to say that they quit rather than Bravo saying we fired them. I believe that Margaret was not a part of the reboot, and they chose to get rid of Margaret. I think Teresa said, if you won't get rid of Melissa, then you got to get rid of Margaret. And Jennifer Aiden will not be coming back either. And I think that was part of the negotiation of what the new direction of New Jersey. They said that Teresa, Melissa, and Dolores will begin filming in the upcoming weeks. So I guess we'll be getting New Jersey back probably the beginning of the year. Which is funny because that was the schedule that they were on. New Jersey usually was in the beginning of the year. It's just been 2 years since we've had a season, but you know. The rumors are getting stronger, you guys, that Robin Dixon will be back on the Real Housewives of Potomac as a friend of. Do with that what you want. Now that's the rumor. Yeah, shout out to Alexander Rogers. I don't know why I didn't ask for it. I don't think any of us asked for it. But I keep hearing the rumors, and the rumors are getting stronger. You know that Potomac is going to start filming soon. So it's only a matter of time before we find out for sure. Right. Well, you know what it is, baby. Them paychecks that money got funny because I heard that she was offered a friend of last season and she wouldn't take it because the money wasn't right. So either they were able to negotiate for her to get the money she wanted, or she realized that a little bit of a paycheck is better than no paycheck. I'm just saying. So. Well, if she's a friend, though, she doesn't get a flute. But we'll see. Again, it's still a rumor. It has not been confirmed. We'll find out. It's still a rumor. Last but not least, Pinky Cole, come here, please. Lil Baby, if you still here, because y'all know Lil Baby be tearing Pinky Cole ass up. Pinky Cole, can you come here, please? I need to restart what? Oh, I need to restart shit we didn't ask for, because we didn't ask for that. Right, them hats are not hitting. And you know she opened up that spa, and I don't know, it's open. I don't know. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody just sent me something. My cousin just sent me something. She was like, "This is you," and it is me. I'm sorry. I opened it up and I was trying to get to something else. Pinky Cole. So not allegedly, the people that came and seized Pinky Cole's house. Y'all know she filed Chapter 11 a few weeks ago, and she is saying via her attorney that the bankruptcy should have stayed the seizure of her home. I'm going to read y'all what TMZ is saying. Real Housewives of Atlanta newbie Pinky Cole rushed to bankruptcy court after she claims a creditor seized one of her investment homes and changed the locks. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Pinky said she owns a fancy property in Georgia, a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2,814 square foot home on the city of Longville, about an hour east of Atlanta. In the new filing, Pinky claims that after she filed for bankruptcy, Guardian Asset Management seized the Loganville home, placed a notice in the street-facing window, and changed the locks. Pinky says that her lawyer tried to contact the Guardian and explain their actions were improper since the bankruptcy filing paused any collection efforts. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star said the seizure is causing extreme financial harm because she needs to rent the property in order to bring in income, and says she has a prospective tenant with a lease set to start on April the 1st. The creditor has yet to formally respond. Pinky's lawyer, Jamie Christie, says this was an investment property that was unlawfully seized from Ms. Cole. This unlawful seizure violated the automatic stay imposed in Ms. Cole's bankruptcy case. In other bankruptcy docs, Pinky states that she owes millions in debt and is currently unemployed with basically no income aside from her $15,000 a month that her husband earns. I always thought that the bankruptcy would stay this collection. So this may be true that they should not have seized this property. However, I will say this. I saw a video, and I should have saved it. I saw a video on TikTok the other day as it relates to Uncle Nearest and to Pinky Cole. More so Pinky Cole than Uncle Nearest. And what the video said, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact words. Basically, the person who did the TikTok or the video, it's probably on TikTok too, but I saw it on Instagram. Basically, what he was saying was, let's call a thing, right? These businesses are failing, not because, basically, I'm going to paraphrase it. Basically, he's saying these businesses are failing because these people put the appearance of success ahead of actual success, right? They were going out and buying things and flashy things that people connect with success rather than reinvesting in their business, making sure they were sustaining their business, making sure that they were doing the things that you have to do for the long run success of your business. And what he was saying was, when we look at a Pinky Cole and we see her buying these big flashy houses and driving Rolls Royces and all of the things that we, and when I say we, he was talking about Black folk, we connect with success. That these people, the Uncle Nearest buying the house in Martha's Vineyard, and we are more concerned with the appearance of success rather than making sure that the foundation of these businesses are solid. He was saying we grow too fast, we move too fast, rather than moving slow and making sure that the ground is solid. We move fast, we expand too fast, we spend too much. And to be honest, I was like, I don't necessarily disagree. I don't necessarily disagree, right? Somebody said, are all of the restaurants closed? I don't know if all of the restaurants are closed, but remember, she lost them. Remember, Pinky Cole lost her restaurant. Remember, she lost her businesses and she was restructuring. I don't remember all of the ins and outs, but remember, she lost. Hold on, because I don't. Hold on. Let me try to. Because I remember we talked about it, but I don't remember all of the details. Give me a second. Let me get... Hold on. All right, let me see. They were operating on the principle of you got to spend money to make money. You know what, Terrence? Hey, boo. And thank you for... I'm sorry. I don't mean boo disrespectfully. I'm sorry. I know I call everybody boo. I don't want your wife coming to get me. I don't mean no disrespect. That breakdown you gave earlier on El Teddy's as far as the war was concerned was a really good breakdown. But you're right. But the problem is what you're spending it on. Are you spending it on infrastructure? Are you spending it on the long-term business plan? Do you have a 5-year business plan? The reality is you don't need to be buying Bentleys. And that's not to say you can't enjoy your money. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you can't enjoy. You can enjoy your money. You can live. You can enjoy your success, I should say. But you got to take it in stride. I felt like Pinky Cole had a good thing going, even though I'm not no vegan and I'm not interested in no vegan. Okay, listen. I don't want nobody coming to get me. I don't want nobody coming to get me. I want nobody coming to get me. I'm sorry, but just y'all know it just roll out my mouth. Y'all just roll out. Some people, Okay, so let me explain to y'all what this says. Now, this is according to Chat GPT. Y'all can believe what you want. I'm just reading y'all what Chat said. It says, she does not appear to have lost all of her restaurants. What seems to be true is Pinky Cole did lose control of Slutty Vegan for a period in 2025, but she later bought it back. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution and Forbes both reported that she, that she lost the company and then reacquired it in late March of 2025. As of now, the Slutty Vegan website still lists open locations, including Edgewood and Jonesboro in Georgia. The brand also announced a franchising push in September 2025, which would be unusual if the entire restaurant group... That's what it was. She was franchising. I couldn't remember what she did. She announced that you could buy a Slutty Vegan franchise. So she was no longer going to necessarily run them. She was going to license out the name and the franchise, and like you can own a McDonald's franchise, own a Popeyes franchise. That's what it was. I couldn't remember exactly what she did. But it doesn't, maybe technically she can list that she doesn't have a job, because I don't know how she can list she don't have a job. But I also don't know if I believe that she only bringing in $15,000 a month, which is what her husband makes. Some don't make sense. Now, I'm not no business. Clearly I'm not an entrepreneur that owns 20 restaurants or whatever she owns. But some don't sound right. Am I tripping? Rapid expansion, expanded to multiple cities, valued around 100 million at one point, recognized by Time 100. Yeah, something. I don't know. Some don't make sense. And y'all know, look, I ain't the smartest person in the room, but some don't make sense to me. But this is what I am going to say. Right, pretty great eyes, yes, but this is what I am going to say. Pinky Cole, hey girl. Pinky Cole, she may not pay herself. Yeah, that's probably what it is. On paper, she's not paying herself. That makes sense, Miss French Kiss. I only have 2 words for you, girl. Teresa Giudice. Or Giudice. Don't be lying on them bankruptcy documents. Call Teresa. Call your Bravo sister and ask her what happened when she lied on her bankruptcy documents. What had happened to her? I'm just saying. But you're right. She may not be paying herself. And that makes a difference. Child, this chair. Sometimes I feel like the chair's going down, but then when I go to... Anyway, y'all give me a new chair in July. That's my birthday gift to myself. If y'all want to donate to the chair fund, I'll let y'all know when I start taking donations for the Get Really Be a New Chair fund. Because right now, honey, this is a situation. Okay. Last but not least, this is a story. All right. I know we've been here a long time. We've been here for 2 hours. Damn, we've been here over 2 hours. But this is the last story. Now, this is the story that I'm going to jail for. I mean, I'm going not jail, Lord. I'm not going to jail. This is the story that's gonna put me to jail. This is jail. This is a story I shouldn't be laughing at, but I'm gonna tell y'all the story, and I'm going to laugh. When I heard this, story, I honestly could not stop laughing. Yeah, I'm gonna get a gaming chair. Yep, I am, y'all. Thank you. I am. Now I need y'all to hear me out. And I've already accepted that me laughing at this is gonna send me to hell. So don't y'all laugh, because y'all don't need to be there with me. But I'm gonna read y'all this story because I had to share this story with somebody. Quadruple amputee, meaning no legs, no arms. Yes, six-figure bitch, yes. No legs, no arms. Cornhole champion. Now, I was already trying to figure out how the hell are you a cornhole champion with no legs and no arms? But they throw it with their mouth. Y'all know what cornhole is, right? They throw it with it. Brandy said, I'm leaving. Look. They throw it with their mouth, right? It's facing a murder charge in a fatal shooting. Yeah. Before I even read the story, I was thinking to myself, how in the fuck? Now, this happened not too far from where I live. This happened down in La Plata, Maryland. Okay? So this was on the local news. Let me read y'all this article. I need y'all to hear it, though. A Maryland man who was a quadruple amputee cornhole champion is facing murder charges for allegedly shooting and killing someone in his vehicle, authorities said. And he was in his car when he did it. Dayton James Weber, 27, is accused of fatally shooting the front seat passenger of his vehicle during an argument in La Plata, Maryland on Saturday, and then fleeing to Virginia. The victim, identified as 27-year-old Braddock Walls, was found unalived in a yard in Charlotte Hall, Maryland, according to the sheriff's office. Quote, "We don't know what the argument was about, and that's something hopefully we'll learn." End quote. Two people who were in the backseat of the vehicle witnessed the deadly shooting. The sheriff's office said Weber allegedly asked them for their help in disposing of the body. But they refused. They got out of the car, left the scene, and ultimately flagged down officers with the La Plata Police Department, authorities said. Y'all, feel like I need to go to court when this go to trial, because I need to understand how this happened. It was on the news. Ravine, this literally happened. This is a local story. It happened. I was minding my business yesterday morning, brushing my teeth, getting ready to go to work. Like I do in the morning. Brushing my teeth, getting my life together, getting ready to head out and teach these churn. And I heard, this is what I heard. Quadruple cornhole champion facing murder charges and fatal shooting. And I said, because the first thing I was thinking of was, you don't have no legs and you don't have no arms. How the fuck are you a cornhole champion? That was I didn't even make it to the unaliving part yet. I was focused on how this motherfucker, and they showed footage on the news of him throwing it with his mouth. I said, okay, I can see that. Cool. Okay. Great. I mean, we see it with the paraplegic Olympics all the time. They do all kinds of great things with these handicaps. I ain't mad about that. But I don't understand how he was sitting behind the man in the car, got the weapon out, positioned the weapon, and was able to shoot the weapon with 2 other people in the car, and nobody could stop this motherfucker. I don't understand this. How y'all? And then said they got out the car and walked away. Y'all, the way my ass was laughing earlier today, and I know I was wrong, but I don't understand this shit. How the fuck you let somebody with no legs and no arms get the drop on you? How you didn't see that coming? How you didn't know? How, Sway? I have so many questions. I have so many questions. And then the 2 people were in the car and they got out the car and walked away. Who was sitting next to him in the back seat? Y'all didn't stop him? Like, y'all, this is a true story. I wouldn't make this up. I promise y'all this was on the news. The people who in DC know, look, right here. That's a local, that's ABC News. That's local. That is a true story. Terrence says so many things wrong with this story. They are hilariously wrong. You just sparked a 5-minute discussion at my cube. Listen, tell me if y'all figure out how it happened. I need to know how this happened. And he only had one book. Baby, you just told me. Hold on. Quake said she just told me. Hold on. Let me scroll up. Quake. Let me scroll up, boo. Quake said she just told me what happened. Hold on. Let me scroll up. His tongue was on the trigger. Quake. Nope. Y'all done had me here for 2 hours. I cannot with none of y'all. You do understand that makes it worse. That does not make this better. That makes it worse. Or for my people with bad grammar, that is worser. Let me say this to y'all. He had several videos of him online firing weapons. Nope. Terrence, I am not. Nope. Nope. I'm not gonna do it. Hold on. What this man name? I'll show y'all a video of him throwing the corn husk. I can't, because YouTube, I'm not gonna show a picture of him pulling the trigger. But I'll show a picture of him throwing that cornhole. What that man name? Dayton James Weber. Hold on. I'm gonna find a video of him throwing the cornhole. Y'all can look him up and probably find the same videos that Terrence found. Hold on. Dayton Weber. Right here. Dayton James Weber. Hold on. Oh, I do see the video you're talking about, though, Terrence. But I still feel like somebody could have stopped him. I still feel like somebody could have got him. But I see. Okay. I see. See. Okay. Hold on. I'm just going to show y'all this. Hold on. You can kind of see his hands, how he kind of, you see? You can see how he got his hands. So that's how he had the weapon. They said he had a 3% chance to live. That's him right there throwing the corn husk, the thing. Look, championship. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He about to throw it now. Look, look. See, he can write and everything. Look, he wrote it. Look at him writing. And he threw the husk. I can't. I cannot with y'all. Nope. Right, Terrence. I still feel like somebody could have got him. If them people somebody in the backseat could have got him, I just don't believe they couldn't have disarmed him. Moving right along. Listen, we are still getting on that ship in February. It is not too late to book. I do not know what the current prices are, but if you are still interested in going on the cruise next February for the weekend of the Super Bowl / Valentine's Day, reach out to me. Reach out to me. I will give you all of the information you need to book. We currently have 31 rooms booked, I think. And we have about almost 50 people going. So we got a good group going, you guys. We have a really good group going. If you have ever wanted to go on an Alaskan cruise, anybody in here ever wanted to go on an Alaskan cruise? Thank you, Cross Country Cruise. Really be. What did you think about your package? Oh, thank you for reminding me. Hold on. Let me go get it. Let me go get it. Hold on. All right. So Cross Country Cruiser, thank you, boo. I meant to say this earlier. She sent me some packages, y'all. Y'all know last week I was complaining about my glasses. So she sent me these Anchor. I still haven't played around with them yet. Cross Country Cruiser. But they are Anchor straps for my glasses. They're supposed to help not sit on my ears like they were. So I haven't played around with them yet. Now, you said you had sent me another package. This is the only package I got. Because you said something about the eyeglass cleaner thingy. I didn't get that. So if I need to check my mailbox, because sometimes, like this little package, sometimes they'll put it in my mailbox. Sometimes they'll just drop it at my doorstep. That was at my doorstep. So if you put it in my mailbox, I haven't gotten. I mean, if they put it in my mailbox, I haven't gotten it yet. So I had to play around with these and see if this helps. Because y'all know I told y'all this was hurting, sitting on my ears. So these go on. They're anchors, so they go on there, and then they sit on my eyes, my ears, so that my glasses don't keep slipping and they don't hurt my ears. So I have to play around with them. Yes, if they said it was delivered, then I need to check my mailbox. I usually only check my mailbox once a week because don't nothing come in the mail but junk mail. Because even most of my bills, I have them online now. So I only check my mail Thursdays because trash goes out on Friday because 95% of what I pick up in the mailbox goes in the trash. So I generally only check it once a week, but I'll check it tomorrow. I have to remember to check it tomorrow and see if it's in there. But thank you. I appreciate y'all thinking about me. I really appreciate y'all thinking about me when I say these things. And then y'all be like, look, I sent you something that I saw. So I'm definitely going to play around with those. I just hadn't, if I'm being honest. They were sitting on my table and I moved on with my life, child. But I'm going to play with them. But thank you, Cross Country Cruiser. Thank you for thinking of me, boo. I appreciate you always. Oh, they do work. Miss French Kid said they work. She loves them. Okay, you have them and they work. Okay. I'm definitely going to fool with it because y'all see me playing with my glasses all day long and off on. And I got to do this and do that. So, and they do slide down on my nose all the time. So, yeah. I didn't see nobody saying they wanted to go to Alaska. Well, we're going to Alaska. That's the next cruise that we are taking. It is going to be in August of 2027. So you got plenty of time, honey. You got plenty of time. That was the announcement I was going to make on Sunday. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So yeah, it's gonna be in. I will have all of the details. We're still gonna do a live where I'm gonna go through all of the details and everything. But I just want to put that bug in you all's ear because I was teasing you with it on Sunday. And it's for Cruiser, Miss Cruiser. She was in the chat earlier. She's probably gone now because we've been here for 2 hours, child. But Miss Cruiser, it's for her birthday. So it's her birthday cruise. It's a 7-day cruise leaving out of Seattle, Washington. It's going to be in August of 2027. You have until May the 16th to make your deposit. You have until May the 16th to make your deposit. So we're going to probably do a live this week. I know we got a whole crew going on the tri-bowl, but this train is moving, baby. we moving, we traveling, we going places and we seeing things. So I do want to let y'all know as soon as possible. I've been wanting to do an Alaskan cruise for years, so I'm excited about going because I've been wanting to do one for years. So I'm ready to make it happen. With that being said, though, let me get out of here, child. Y'all know I don't be on here this long. Y'all done had me over here almost 2.5 hours, honey. But we've been cutting up today. I've had some good laughs. Thank y'all. But we will do a live on it. I'm working on my website. So I still got some stuff I got to tighten up with the website. Matter of fact, that's why I'm about to do that right now. Make sure I get that. If I can get all the kinks worked out tonight, we'll probably do the live tomorrow. So we can go over all of the details, give everybody all of the information. So listen, we already got somebody booked. Somebody has already booked the cruise. And I've only put the information in the group chat. And somebody from the group chat has already booked the cruise. So I can tell you there's going to at least be 3 people on the cruise because I'm going, cruise is going, and the person that booked, they're going. So I don't know who else coming with us, but there's going to be at least 3 of us on that ship. Okay? All right, y'all, let me get out of here. You may look into it. That's your birthday. Come on, T Goody. Come on, them Leos. That's Leo season, right? That's Leo season. Come on, honey. C Golden. Okay, C Golden says she's trying to go to Alaska. I will have those details for you guys, like I said, at the end of the week. And if you want me to send you the link now, I can. Just hit me up on Instagram. T Goody and T Goody, aren't you in the group chat? Aren't you going on a cruise? I might have you mixed up with somebody else. I thought T Goody was going on the cruise. I may have you mixed up with somebody else. But T Goody and C Golden, if you want the link now with the information, I will send that to you tonight. Like I said, I just got some stuff I need to tighten up, but I will send it to you. Well, it's in the group chat. T Goody is in the group chat. But C Golden, if you want it, reach out to me and I'll get you that link. Okay. With that being said, I'm about to get out of here. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.